I know I'm a day late on the reaction, but yesterday, man, I did not have the energy to make a video, man. Man, the loss yesterday, I just, I mean, the loss yesterday was just, I don't even know how I feel. Man, it's just, I think I wanted to cry yesterday after the Titans and Broncos game. The Tennessee Titans, man, this football team, dog, this football team, man, they just find a way year after year after year, game after game after game, or whatever, to find a way to make us fans sad, depressed, and in despair. Always. They just find a way. Where do I even begin? Oh yeah, let me just begin with Brian Callahan should be fired. I said this last year. It feels like we have Todd Downing calling the plays. I said that at the very first game, post game. I said the very first thing I said was, it feels like we have Todd Downing calling plays. But this time it's not Todd Downing. It's a different coach, and I don't know. I don't know. Tim Kelly couldn't come in and fix it. Brian Callahan can't fix it. It's just like, what do we do? Who's gonna fix it, right? I'm actually gonna go inside. I'm out here in the garage. I'm gonna go inside. In here. But yeah, man, the play that really ticked me off was before halftime. Before halftime, why are we going pass when all we gotta do is just run it out of there? Just to avoid a safety, it's just frustrating, man. This is just, like I said, man. This is year after year after year thing with the Tennessee Titans, man. What else is new? And then, this isn't even the worst part, y'all. This ain't even the worst part, y'all. We just getting started, man. We just getting started. The defense has almost five, because Armani Hooker almost got an interception. Four turnovers, almost 5 turnovers, and lost the game, and only got 12 points to show for it. Unbelievable. The fact that defense went out there, Jeffrey Simmons went out there, besides the boneheaded play, which we're going to get to it. The defense went out there and played their hearts out, man, just to get spat in the face by the offense and Brian Callahan. Not Cam Ward. Cam Ward was fine. Not Chimere Dike, even though he should have not stopped on a route in the middle of the dang fourth quarter. He shouldn't have stopped, or was it the third quarter? I don't even remember, but he stopped on a route, and Cam Ward was yelling at him, keep going. That's what I want to see from my quarterback, man. I want to see that from my quarterback. I really want to see that from my quarterback. I want him to I want him to yell at the receivers, man. Because when they ain't doing their jobs, man, how is the quarterback supposed to do his? When everybody else around him don't want to help. Anyways. Defense, 4 turnovers, just to get spat in the face by the offense, Brian Callahan. Besides Cam Ward. Cam Ward was fine. Everybody, and we're going to get to it. So let's start off with Cam Ward, I guess. Why not? Because Brian Callahan, man, I'm going to have a stroke if I talk about him. He's terrible. I think, it's not worth it. He's a terrible coach. I know that. I've told you guys, I've told people, like, hey man, Brian Callahan is not a good head coach, bro. Because do I need to get into it before I get into Cam Ward? Let's just let's just pause for a second and get to this point real quick. Why was Will Levis better with Vrabel than he was with Brian Callahan? I'll tell you why. Because Vrabel let Will Levis play. Was Will Levis bad last year? Yes, but he was better under Vrabel. He's better under Vrabel. He didn't throw for 95 yards under Vrabel. He wasn't pitching the ball forward under Vrabel. Not that that's Brian Callahan's fault, but I'm just saying, like, we just got to throw that in there. And then, oh man, I don't know, man. Brian Callahan is just, I had something to say and I lost it because I'm just so frustrated with that guy right now. I can't even think straight. But yeah, man, Brian Callahan, dude. Oh yeah, that's what I was gonna say. So, when are we gonna stop blaming Will Levis? I mean, it can't just be Will Levis's fault because when Levis wasn't playing and Mason Rudolph was in there, did the offense look better? No, it didn't. It didn't. It did not look any better. And that is my point. You cannot say it is just one guy's fault when it's like, okay, who is in charge of the offense? Who's the head honcho? That would be Brian Callahan. That would be Brian Callahan. You cannot just keep putting a target on Will Levis's back when it's like, okay, well, I mean, Mason Rudolph didn't play any better. But he somehow took the Steelers to the playoffs without Callahan, but he comes here and he's worse. I'm not Will Levis. Cam Ward. Now we'll get to Cam Ward. Not his fault. I know some people already know the casuals out there are going to go, oh, well, you know, he got sacked 6 times. Oh, he only had 112 yards. Oh, he's no Sanders. It's just, I already know. I don't need to look at the media. I don't need to look at the comment section on YouTube pages to know what people are going to say. I already know what people are going to say. They're going to be like, was he worth the number 1 pick? I already know. It doesn't take a genius to know that that's what's going to happen. They're going to throw the blame on him. When in reality, if you really watch the game, Dan Moore is not worth $82 million. Peter Skoronski, who was supposed to get better, got whooped. And I mean, J.C. Latham went out, and we got this Udo guy in there, and he's obviously worse than J.C. Latham. So, 6 sacks, yeah, I put a couple of those on Cam Ward. Okay, maybe, you know, the one where we're about to go into field goal range, it's like, okay, buddy, you got to throw the ball out of bounds. You got to throw it away. You can't just take that sack. I appreciate you not doing some tomfoolery like Will Levis did, but you need to know to throw the ball away and save the drive, even if it's 3 points, because we love kicking field goals, y'all. We love kicking field goals. The Tennessee Titans do not like touchdowns. It is a disease to the Tennessee Titans to score touchdowns. It is a disease to score touchdowns for the Tennessee Titans. Literally, it is a sickness for the Tennessee Titans to score touchdowns. I mean, it's just, nope, don't want to do it. Got to score field goals. Unbelievable, man. Calvin Ridley, dude. 4 years. $92 million, I believe, is what the contract was. And you are dropping the football in clutch situations. 4 years, $92 million. The gambling man himself can't catch the football. He can't do it. It's impossible. Like, oh my God. I swear, this team literally makes it a chore to do anything right. It's insane. But $92 million. And it's just, oh, Butterfingers, I can't do it. Butterfingers. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Oh, yeah. Alec Aomanor did pretty good. Callahan, can we get a challenge on that? He's in bounds. He's in bounds. And you're not going to challenge it. Why? Oh, my God, man. Oh, okay. And then, and you know what play I'm talking about, by the way. The one where he had to make a tough catch. And it was a catch. I was on the TV, and I was like, he caught that. He caught that. He caught that. I didn't even need to see the rate. He caught it. And not because it's like right there by the sidelines and it's close. Yeah, it's obviously close. But in that situation, throw the freaking flag, Brian Callahan. Unbelievable. Man, who knows? We might have went on a drive there. But no, Brian Callahan is allergic to good drives. He can't do it. He can't do it. We've seen this movie over and over again against Buffalo, against Detroit, when he's just like, I'm going to pass on the goal line. I mean, we've seen it before. It's just nothing new, people. It's nothing new. And then, slow developing runs to start the game as well for the offense. Just unbelievable, man. Okay, so you knew going into this game you can't have slow developing runs against the best front probably in the NFL. But yet you still are like, nah, we're going to take our time with these. We're going to develop these runs. And then Cam Ward is over here like trying to scream at the guys to huddle up. They can't get lined up. They can't get lined up. It's unbelievable. Why can't this team, under Brian Callahan, a competent NFL head coach, is going to get his guys lined up, and for some reason, we can't get lined up, and which is causing these delay of games, forcing us to use our timeouts. Unbelievable, dude. Unbelievable. It's just insane, bro. At this point, you just gotta laugh, man. You can't get mad. Yeah, there's nothing to be mad about. There's nothing to be sad about, depressed about. At this point, just laugh. You just gotta be like, yep, that's my team. The Tennessee Titans love kicking field goals, love getting as many penalty yards as our total yards. Yep, that's my team. Those are my boys right there. Watch them go out there and get all those penalties. Watch them go out there and kick all those field goals because we are not scoring no touchdowns. Yep, that's my Tennessee Titans in a nutshell. Unbelievable, man. Okay, unbelievable. And then Chimere DK, man. Great kickoff return. The special teams looks improved. What? We got a kick returner? Am I dreaming? This can't be real. We have a kick returner, and he can take it almost to the crib. That saved Brian Callahan's butt. It really did. Unbelievable. Because if DK doesn't do that, we don't score on that drive because Callahan already gave points to Denver. Oh, here you go. I don't want the points. Denver, do you want to score? That is my head coach. That is my Tennessee Titans right there. Unbelievable. I'm just saying unbelievable so many times at this point. It's unbelievably unbelievable how many times I'm saying unbelievable. Because maybe it's not unbelievable. Maybe it's just believable. I'm just going to start saying believable, believable, believable. Yep, that's my team. That's what they do. Not prepared before the games. Yep, that's my team. Did I miss anything on offense? Tony Pollard didn't really do anything because, Denver's defense is like that. I swear, did I miss anything else? Did I miss anything else? I don't think I missed anything else on offense. Oh, shout out Joey Sly. Player of the game right there. What can I say? Joey Sly is the player of the game. Because you might as well give him the MVP for the Tennessee Titans because he is going to be our number one scorer, period. Good thing we have Joey Sly to at least put points on the board, I guess. But whatever. So shout out Joey Sly. You're a real one. You are the offense. I don't understand why we have Cam Ward. Not that Cam Ward's bad. But you might as well put Joey Sly. You might as well just bring the kicking team every time we're inside the 40-yard line. Might as well. I swear, Denver really tried to give the game away. And for some reason, this incompetent coach can't, for some reason, take the game when it's handed to him. Just can't do it. Defense. And this is where I think our strength is this year. Because our offense can't apparently be a strength. It can't do it. So, I guess it's just the defense and Joey Sly at this point, I guess. That is the Tennessee Titans. Run the football, play good defense, kick field goals, and punt. Yep, that's my team. Don't matter. Don't matter who the coach is. That's my team. Jeffrey Simmons was a beast. He proved why he was worth the $100 million, except for the end of the game. What are you doing? Cody Barton has him wrapped up, and you do that? You just go, ooh, let me just knock him over, even though the whistle has blown the play dead. I'm just gonna, like, you know, what are you doing, Jeffrey Simmons? What are you doing? We're off the field. There were times in this game where we were off the field, and for some reason, the Tennessee Titans, because they're the Tennessee Titans, we're being the Tennessee Titans. Unbelievable. Or believable. Sorry. I'm just going to be like believable. Because it is believable. That's my team. That's what we do. So shout out Jeffrey Simmons, except for the end of the game. He needs to, it doesn't take a genius to know when the whistle is blown dead to literally stop playing. Jeffrey Simmons, stop. That's not why we paid you $100 million. We paid you $100 million to do what you did today, which is go out there and dominate the game. So, Jeffrey Simmons, you know what? You get to deserve to get on the plane. Cam Ward, you deserve to be on. You can get on the plane. Brian Callahan, stay in Denver. Don't even hop on the plane. Offensive coordinator Nick Holtz, or all these other offensive-minded guys, even Bill Callahan, because he can't fix Dan Moore. It might not be his fault that J.C. Latham got hurt. I guess Bill Callahan could come on the plane. I don't know. But freaking, because of the 6 sacks, I mean, Udo's trash. He's not. J.C. Latham is obviously a much better player. And then, you know, he can't fix Dan Moore. Nobody can. I don't know why we paid him $82 million. Something because that's the Tennessee Titans. We just pay players barely who don't deserve the big contracts. Jarvis Brownlee Jr. Okay. I think it's time to say that the Tennessee Titans need to draft a corner in the draft next year. Whether that's first round, whether that's second round. I don't know. Edge rusher might be a more important need. I would probably go for edge. But Jarvis Brownlee Jr. is not a starting corner in the NFL. He's not. And you can maybe make and you can come on here and say, oh, well, you know, those are not penalties. Those are not penalties. I know when you're thinking on the screen, because I was doing the same thing. I was like, what? What? You're calling that? Okay, but that's the fan in me. But in reality, when you go back and watch the replay, Jarvis Brownlee's like this on the defender, or on the guy with the ball. He's just grabbing him. He can't do it. He body slammed a guy in the preseason and got a penalty. That's on coaching too, not having your team ready for penalties. Undisciplined football team again this year. So I guess that 10-day trip didn't teach us anything, did it, Brian Callahan? It meant absolutely nothing, because apparently his team can still go out there and do the same thing they did last year. Unbelievable. I'm trying. It's believable. But Jarvis Brownlee Jr. is not a starting corner in the NFL. Maybe he can come in on a rotational on rotation when we're rotating the corners out, fine. But if I'm Bo Nix, I'm targeting him every time. He can't cover without getting a penalty called on him. He can't do it. He's not a starting corner in the NFL. He never was. He is a rotational corner. That's it. The Titans need to go in the draft, high in the draft, whatever, and go find somebody who can play better coverage than Jarvis Brownlee Jr. without getting a penalty called. L'Jarius Sneed, $72 million on snap counts. Didn't see him in the second half? Oh, we're just going to manage him. So let me get this straight. You want him to play half the game when it's like when he was in there, he was actually playing good. He was actually playing good, and then you take him out of the game because he's on management? But once you take him out the game, Jarvis Brownlee, it's just, I don't even know, man. Why did you take him out? He was doing so good. He wasn't doing great, but he almost had an interception. Brownlee should have been called for another penalty that did get called, where he was grabbing on Courtland Sutton, or was it Troy Franklin? I can't remember. I think it was Sutton. And he was grabbing it, just like, I'm like, dude, we need to draft a corner really bad, because Brownlee is not a starting corner in the NFL. He's too small. He can't play on the outside without getting a penalty called on him, when it was like this offseason, Jarvis Brownlee Jr. should be fixed. You know, he should not be getting all these penalties. Well, I beg to differ. I think personally I personally think, take my glasses off. I'm going to have to put them back on in a second. But I personally think that Jarvis Brownlee Jr. didn't learn a dang thing this offseason. Didn't learn anything. Because he's still doing the same things. How many times are you gonna keep playing? How many times are you gonna... What's the definition of insanity? What's the definition of insanity, guys? Doing the same thing, expecting a different result. Duh! So, if Jarvis Brownlee Jr. is the definition of insanity on the football field, doing the same thing over and over again, oh yeah, let me just grab the... Maybe if I grab them this way, they won't call it. Like, what? Unbelievable. It's believable. Oh my God, I gotta stop saying unbelievable. It's just believable at this point. So, players of the game. I gotta give it to Cam. It was his first game. I don't expect him to go out there and go crazy, but if he had better wide receivers, because Van Jefferson was dropped one, but he recovered, but Calvin Ridley dropped all of them. Chigga dropped a critical pass in the clutch. It's just... How are we supposed to see his clutch gene when Calvin Ridley and Chigga cannot catch the damn football? So where do the Tennessee Titans go from here? Same thing next week. Brian Callahan, coaching incompetence, kicking field goals, punting, making Cam Ward look bad when it's like he should be good. Defense going to play their hearts out for nothing. Am I missing anything? Oh, yeah, when we're in the red zone, we're just going to find a way to punt it anyways. Yep. I just named you 6 things that's wrong with this football team. Oh, 7 penalties. How could I forget the penalties? That's another thing. Yeah, penalties. 7 things are going to happen next week, Tennessee Titans. That's how they're going to fix it, by doing the same thing again. That's how they're going to fix it. Because I have no faith that anybody, not even Cam Ward, no offense to Cam Ward, I think he'll get it, but it's not his fault that I just named 7 things are wrong with this football team, and they have not been fixed. We looked like we had a top 5 defense out there yesterday, just for Brian Callahan to go, no, guys, no, we're not doing all that. We're not trying to win. No, come on, guys. Listen, this offseason, I knew we were going to be like 5-12, at best 6-11. But to lose like this is just, it's different. It's definitely different. It's just definitely different. It's different, man. It's different. It's different. I could see if the Titans went out there and lost the game 33-30, the game goes into overtime, and the Broncos kicker kicks a field goal, wins the game. Then we wouldn't be sitting here having this conversation. We'd be like, wow, this offense looks good. This offense looks good. We'd be sitting here like, okay, the defense just needs a little bit more. We would be having a totally different conversation today if that were the outcome. I would much rather lose in overtime 33-30 or something like that. Like I said, Broncos kicker goes down, kicks the field goal, we get the ball back, and we just cannot win the game. Or not overtime, I guess fourth quarter. We go fourth quarter right, and it's like I said, 30-30, and then, guy hits the field goal, and, tough loss. Okay, offense improved. Defense needs a little bit more. Cam Ward looked good. Receivers looked good. We would be having a different conversation today. But because I just named you 7 things that is wrong with this football team, those things will not happen this year. It won't. Cam Ward cannot fix it. Everybody has said, well, maybe not everybody. Even I said it a little bit. Hey, we just need a quarterback. Well, we got one. But because the team is still having the same issues around him, can't fix it with just one guy. It's a team effort. And because this team has no team effort, don't matter who you got back there at quarterback. It doesn't matter if you have Joe Montana, Tom Brady, Peyton Manning, Dan Marino, John Elway, you name it. It doesn't matter. Because when you have Dan Moore blocking for you, when you have Dan Moore over here getting penalties, when you have J.C. Latham go out for Ali Udo, that is what happens. Your quarterback is going to be back there running for their lives. That is how it goes. No quarterback in human history can fix that. Nobody can. Because for some reason, it doesn't matter who the coach is, it doesn't matter who the GM is, It doesn't matter whatever's going on. The offensive line is still an issue. Specifically, left tackle, like always. Ever since Taylor Lewan has been cut, this team cannot find a left tackle to save their lives. They just can't do it. Dan Moore, I think, gave up the most sacks last year and had the most penalties. But here you go. Let's give you $82 million to go up there and destroy our quarterback. Calvin Ridley, $92 million to do absolutely nothing. I think he was held to 1 yard in the first half, people. It was pretty bad. So, needs for the offseason. Because let's be honest, we're there, guys. We're in the offseason. We're always in the offseason. I don't know why we do this every year where we come in here and we just get false hope. It's great that football's back. But we're in the offseason again, fellas. We're in the offseason again, fellas. This is where we are. This is where we've always been, in the offseason. Trying to figure out left tackle. Trying to figure out head coach. Trying to figure out GM. This is where we are. This is where we are. Again, we're in the offseason. Season's over. Hell, if Cam Ward, if this is what it's going to be, Cam Ward running for his life, Dan Moore giving up sacks and penalties, and Jarvis Brownlee Jr. not a starting corner in the NFL, getting the penalties. Jeffrey Simmons doing dumb stuff at the end of the game, not the end of the game, but where we could have got the ball back and at least had a shot. Yep, we're in the offseason. We're in the offseason. It can't be fixed. And I hope that I'm wrong. That would be a miracle if I'm wrong. At this point, it would be a miracle if this team even won 5 games. The way it's looking. I feel bad for the PSL holders. I feel bad for people who go to the games and spend money. I would not be shocked if that stadium on Sunday is empty. And it just has more Rams fans. Because we just absolutely loved our guests, which are the visiting team. We love our guests. We just don't like our home fans. We love the opposing teams coming to our games. Because that is how we get paid. Wow. Just crazy, man. Just crazy. Tennessee Titans, LA Rams, Sunday, L. Rest of the season should just be an L. I don't even know. Heck, the Colts look better with Daniel Jones. It's just crazy, man. But I told everybody about the Dolphins. They're frauds. They're not going to be good. I know we're bad. We're not frauds. We're just terrible. They are just frauds. Mike McDaniel should be fired. He's not a good NFL coach. He's a good play caller, not a good NFL coach. Just like Brian Callahan. I don't even know if he can do that because hell, in Cincinnati he couldn't do it. Or not in Cincinnati. Yeah, in Cincinnati he wasn't even calling the play. So what? Why did we hire this guy again? I'm starting to think it's just me at this point. It's just me. It's gotta be me, right? It's just gotta be me. Let me know if I missed anything in the comments. Oladejo looked great out there, by the way. Shout out Oladejo. Looked pretty good. For nothing. Jeffrey Simmons looked good. For nothing. Cody Barton looked good. For nothing. Just defense looked good, except for Jarvis Brownlee Jr. for nothing. There you go. But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, it's been your boy Sportacular. like and subscribe. And I'm out. Peace, y'all.